live from the Auckland music scene.
Before the video begins, I need to put some thank yous in order. Now, Undercover Alex has always been a two-man operation run by me and my faithful companion Jard. Sadly, before the Hamtown Smakdown came into order, Jard fell severely ill and wasn't able to make it to the festival. That's where I got some help from some very thankful friends of mine, specifically Paddy and Andy, who helped me out by filming all the footage for these interviews, as well as some of the band's live performances tonight. The other people who helped me out included Fluffy from Bogan for driving me a gig. Thank you, Fluffy. Sarah for helping me out, getting in contact with all the bands. And to anybody else who helped me along the way, whether it was the guy who held the camera for one of the interviews, or the person who let me sleep on their couch for a night. I say thank you to every last one of you, and I really couldn't have made this video without you. So without further ado, this is the Hamtown Smakdown 2019.
Going on. We are live and direct here at the Hamilton scene at the Hamtown Smakdown. Part of the gauntlet is carrying on, and tonight I am back here with what band?
Amanaki. Feildings best dancers. Happy Valley.
Doka.
And it's lovely to have Fieldings best dancers on the band tonight. I'm very excited to be here with you guys.
The song's called Feildings Best Dancers versus Being Yuck.
Do you want to tell me a little bit about how you guys got together?
Yeah, I play in a couple of other bands, and they were becoming draining, so I thought I'd just start a two-piece with this guy. Hey.
Yeah, he booked a gig before we had practice, so then we made the songs up in 6 weeks.
So you guys got together about how many years ago?
About 1 year ago. 1 year ago. Yeah.
So you got a bit of street cred for 1 year, right?
Yeah. We're not a very good band, but fucking great dancers. So.
I would disagree, but let's not get into that right now. So tell me a little bit about fielding and how it impacts you guys as a band.
It's really boring. There's not a lot to do apart from skating and smoking weed. That's basically it.
Skate, smoke, weed, slam.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah, and you guys seem to be pretty good at that. Tell me now, guys, why do you guys make music?
Because I have to. It's something that...
Who's forcing you?
Oh, it's me.
And what happens if you don't?
I become very reclusive and not a very nice person.
Oh, it's probably good you made music. Hey. What about yourself?
Yeah, just so I'm not bored pretty much. Gotta keep your mind active.
Yeah. An active mind is a happy mind.
Indeed.
Do you guys want to shout anyone out here while you're here?
Yeah, the guys that are playing right now, they're Happy Valley and they're fucking rad. Also, our boys in Starving Millions are fucking choice. They're a Wellington band. I don't know if they've ever played here and they fucking should.
Yeah. Awesome, thank you. Any parting words before we leave?
Feildings great.
Fielding.
Shit, our friend, you know there's a roundabout and it's got a statue.
That's the one?
Yep. Our dude, I don't know, we got really wasted one night and we were sitting in the gutter and dude he stood on top of that thing, like literally stood on top of the head of the rover of the statue and he wanked off.
Thank you guys, so we're going to send it back over to you in the studio.
There's not a change in the burger. There's not a change in the burger. There's not a change in the burger. There's not a change in the burger.
And What is going on? We are back to band 2 of this gauntlet of an evening. That is the Hamtown Smakdown, and right now I have turned back up with which band?
Happy Valley.
So who are the members of Happy Valley?
Dan?
Hamish.
Jack, and our bassist who is not here, Isaac.
So let's start off with the basics. How did you guys get together?
So I guess it got started between Jack and myself. I was heavily inspired by Simon Oswald of Parents, Long Distance Run of Fame, shout out to him. And Declaration AD, who were at a Wellington hardcore band from way back when. That's sort of where I got my, like, hey, I should start a band, it'd be sick. And then Jack came along, he's like, yeah, I can make guitar.
Because I was in a band before, and it was a cool band, but I wasn't really writing very much in it, and I'm just a huge music nerd and been playing guitar for ages, so I just started writing stuff on my own, like screamo stuff, inspired by like Funeral Diner and Off Minor. Hamish came along, went from there, recruited Isaac, who was just one of our mates along the way, made some shitty demos in our living room, and then got Dan.
Because everyone needs a drummer.
Magic
Really hard to
ingredient.
come by.
Yeah, spice everything up nicely.
Rad, awesome. So let's dig into it a bit and ask you guys, why do you guys make music? Why do you do it?
Well, like I said, I was heavily inspired by local bands that I saw. Ended up eventually doing like mic grabs and things like that during songs, getting involved, and slowly the idea crept in my head that maybe I could make some noise of my own.
I'm pretty much the complete opposite. I, to be honest, didn't go to any like local shows for a really long time. I've always been super into music since like primary school, like always finding like new bands and stuff kind of as a emotional coping mechanism a bit. So I actually finally got involved in the local scene with my old band, which was first year of uni, so like 3-4 years ago.
I used to be in a few bands back in England 8 or 9 years ago, and I've been over here for 5 years now in New Zealand, and I just wanted to get into a band for ages, and I was just being lazy as fuck. I couldn't be arsed finding anything. That's it. I just always want to be playing music where possible.
He's got some old claim to fame. He supported some cool bands back in the UK, like Roll to Maorissey. Like.
Yeah, Roll to Maorissey, Hondo McLean, a few cool like hardcore bands from back in the day. So.
Rad, so let's start to wrap it up. Do you guys want to shout anyone out while you're on here?
I'll say my mum because that's what people normally do. Hi mum, I'll probably talk to you sometime on Facebook.
Our friends in Cold War, they lent us a bunch of stuff. They're real good dudes. They're playing tomorrow night actually.
One you already said, Simon for putting us on in Auckland last night. It's fucking mean. Thank you so much.
They believe in us, and it really helps.
And for me,
people believe in us.
Yeah, for me, also my family for always being super supportive, and my friend Krista from Norway, and we like the same screamo, so he's been encouraging me for a while, which has always helped.
So do you have any parting words for us or any quips that you'd like to tell us about your band?
I got a little bit of quip. Well, this is interesting from this tour. We had some unfortunate things happen. Hamish backed into a bollard this morning in the car. That was pretty funny. Yeah. They didn't notice though, so it's fine. So basically what I'm saying is it's a miracle we got here with those things happening, but it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
We persevered. That's what I did.
Awesome. So thank you very much for coming on and having an interview with us, guys. And we'll send it back over to you in the studio. And welcome back. We are still out here at the Hamilton scene, and we're at the Hamtown Smakdown. And tonight I have been joined by which band?
Dogcart.
Okay, so who is in Dogcart?
Brad.
Chase.
Zane.
It's lovely to have all you gentlemen here tonight. So let's start off with some simple shit. How did you guys get together?
I've just been mates for ages, just jammed, and then me and Zane been trying to start music for about, 5 or 6 years with this band. Just didn't happen, and then got it together from there. Some of these songs are really old, like maybe 5 years old even. And then we ended up getting Jace a bit after we wrote some songs.
So let's cut it down. Let's get into it. So why do you guys make music? Why do you guys do what you do?
For fun. To be loud and noisy, and yeah.
Hey, I got a question.
What's your question, Patty?
You guys had 2 songs on Harry Palm, and one of them was called Sentinelese Missionary Position Suicide. So when you played that song tonight, you were like, this song's about all of you. So what did you mean by that? Oh. Okay. All right.
Even know, bro.
Oh, my bad. Fake fan.
So there was a missionary who thought it would be a good idea to try and convert some aggressive tribal people that you're not allowed to go visit close to more Southeast Asia, called the Sentinelese. And he died
let's ask you a little bit about, you guys have a cassette tape out, eh?
Yes.
Oh, I've got one copy left. I don't know when I'm going to sell it, but look out. There were only 40 copies, was there? I think, but there would have been like our copy. We're going to have something out, we're going to record soon and put out another release probably in like, I don't know, 6 months or something like that.
Nice, awesome. Shout anyone out where you're on here?
Whoever lends Zane the drum stool that we used tonight. Yeah. Shout outs to whoever's fucking drum stool that was, because the one that was on stage was tiny and it would have been bad. And shout outs to Harry Palm. Shout outs to Spiteful Urinator. Shout outs to all the labels around New Zealand. Shout outs to Hamtown Smakdown. The organisers, for everyone who's ever played a part in it. Thanks. For sure. And everybody. Thank you. Jace.
No, shout outs to the coffee people for $1.
Shout outs to the coffee. Shout outs to the first band, Fieldings Best Dancers, for shouting us out. Yeah.
We'll close it out then, I think. So I'll work on that.
Check us out. You just go to Google Dogcock and then you might find us.
Image section.
And we'll send it back to you in the studio. We are back here again at the Hamtown Smakdown. Part of the gauntlet is carrying on, and tonight I am back here with what band?
Amanaki.
Well, now you gotta get up, pick up your mind. Now you gotta check.
It is lovely to be here with Amanaki, and who are the members of Amanaki?
I'm Ethan.
I'm Jared.
I'm Jethro.
I'm April.
It's lovely to be here with you people. So let's start out by asking you, how did you guys get together?
Band started off with April and I writing some tunes together. We jammed a bit with Jethro, and then we decided we probably should get a bass player. And we found Ethan. So yeah, that's how it happened.
We'll go through the struggles of finding a bass player. How long have you guys been together though?
Probably 8 months now or something. Yeah.
Nice. You've been together for a little bit, yeah. So where does the name Amanaki come from?
I found it on Google, Yeah. But the word Amanaki means hope, and that's something that we all care for as a band. That there's hope in the hardcore scene. Boom.
There is always hope in the hardcore scene, hopefully. So who writes most of the songs for Amanaki?
April tends to. She'll demo something and be like, hey guys, check this out. And we'll be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then Jared usually writes lyrics. Sometimes Jared writes some riffs here and there. And then Jeffro kind of changes the drum parts up here and there.
Very nice. What's the future for Amanaki going to hold? What are you guys going to do in the future? Are you going to release anything? Are you performing anywhere big? What's happening?
We're currently working on our second EP, so hopefully that'll be out in a few months. And yeah, cool.
Play more shows, hopefully. Be set to get down on the South Island. Definitely to play some shows there. But yeah.
Rad guys, awesome. So let's start to close it out. Do you guys want to shout anyone out while you're in here?
Special thanks to my mum. Special thanks to April's flatmates that let us practice at their house. Yeah.
Anyone else?
Thanks to all the New Zealand hardcore bands and metal bands that we can play shows with. If it wasn't for them, we'd be just playing ourselves. So it's real cool to be able to have people come along and jam along to our music. Yeah.
And special thanks to Nathan from North Supply Co, our band manager. Yeah.
He's around here somewhere.
Yeah, should check this out. You can get online from North Supply Co.
Sick, awesome. Okay, cool. Do you guys want to leave us with any words of wisdom?
Don't eat Mexican before a show.
Especially if it's the vocalist, because then everyone else in the band gets it, the aftermath of it.
Was that why you were like jumping up and down?
Yeah, it's a good way to
And so thank you very much to Amanaki for coming on the show with us tonight, guys, and we will send it back over to you in the studio.
Sick. This is our new genre. Ticket house.
Ticket house. Deep ticket house.
Deep.
And we are back and live at the Hamtown Smakdown, and I am very pleased to be here with a new band tonight. So which band am I sitting here with this evening?
Sitting here with two members of Take Hold.
So it's very pleasing for me to be here with a little band called Take Hold. So thank you for being here with us, guys. How did you guys get together? When did you form, and how did you form?
Oh, that goes to this.
Yeah, myself and Thomas, the other guitarist, we were jamming for a long time. We went through about 3 or 4 drummers who didn't have drum kits. We found Butler, our bassist, and then the rest kind of just fell together quite quickly after that, probably about a year ago now.
So let's cut it down, and I need to ask you guys now, why do you guys make music?
I'm just really sad all the time.
Stole my one! I was like, because I'm sad.
Because we're sad. Yeah, I don't get invited to lots of parties, so this is like the alternative. That's about it.
So yeah, you guys been you make music because you enjoy it, you have fun with it, don't get invited to parties or whatever, right? So yeah, I mean, what do you see as the future of your band? Where are you gonna head in like a couple years?
Probably gonna get louder, just noisier, sadder even, and yeah, there's just gonna be slightly more broken bones at our shows. Hopefully, that's the goal. That's like the Everest, broken bones. That's what we're going for.
You think, Dwight?
More breakdowns.
Awesome. So we're going to get sadder, louder, and more broken bones. So as far as I'm concerned, that sounds like a Mickey Mouse house club to me. So I'm pretty excited to be there, guys. So let's cut it down. Let's wrap this shit up. So do you guys want to shout anyone out while you're on here?
Definitely Cold War. They'll change your life. Might make you straight edge.
Anything good?
Kebabalicious on Victoria Street.
Oh, yeah. Kebabalicious on Victoria Street. Shout out. If they want to endorse a band, then we're like A1 for that shit. So thanks.
It's like they always say, I don't have a sponsorship, I just want one.
Definitely. Just one.
Awesome. So let's cut it down there, guys. Thank you very much for being on our show with us, and we'll send it back over to you in the studio. The Hamtown Smakdown, we're here for night 2 and I'm very excited to be out here. So who am I talking with this evening, guys? So who are the members of Cold War?
I'm Cam, I play guitar. I'm Casper and I also play guitar.
My name's Bo, I do vocals.
I'm Jerome, I hit things. Jamie, bass.
And it's lovely to have all you boys on here tonight, so let's start off, how did you guys get together?
Story is, we, both, myself, Jamie and Cam, had just been to a show with a band called Turnstile, and we were just walking around the Wellington waterfront, and for some reason, we said to each other, we should start a band. Totally uninspired, other than the fact that we all drew X's on our hands. And then from there, we are now playing at Hamtown Smakdown. We invited Cass because he's cool. He's so much cooler than all of us.
Sick. So how long have you guys been together then?
Longer than we care to admit, to be honest. It took us a solid, 2 years to write 4 songs or something?
But you know, there were big gaps in the middle there.
Sick. So what kind of bands do you guys take inspiration from? Is it local? Is it international? Where do you get your flavour from?
I guess for me, like bands like Knock Loose, Turnstile again, just real groovy bands that you can really like get into and sink your teeth into. So
yeah, we all listen to like a large variety of different bands and different music.
So now I'm going to ask you the real important question, and that's why do you guys make music? Why do you do it? What are you getting out of it?
I mean, for me, I just really enjoy getting together as a group, being part of a community, a whānau, and jamming out, I guess. I don't know. I've never really wanted to be a musician or anything like that. Like, that was never a goal of mine. It was just one day someone's like, hey, do you want to play music in a band? And I was like, you know what? Sweet, why not? And it's a lot of fun, and I met some really cool people through it, and that's what I'm into personally.
You know how when you're 13, you just want to be a rock star, and gradually as you play in bands more, you realise it's actually just kind of about hanging out with other guys who also used to want to be rock stars, and now you're just all mates together, and there's this like wider community that, you know, we help our friends at their shows, they do guest vocals for us at our shows. I just love that wider community feel of, it's just a really good excuse to get together with your mates.
When I was like 10 and we moved to Wellington, my dad had like a whole stash of like jazz cassette tapes, and you know, cassettes still go hard. Take Hold just put out their latest EP on a cassette. Comes out on Monday, and like they gave me a copy because they're so nice, and I'm so stoked. But I just remember like being a little kid and finding like my favorite would have been like Diana Krall or like some Norah Jones cassette, and just like rewinding and listening to like one part over and over again, and like, you know, it did something to me. And I think within like hardcore especially, like the reason we will make hardcore music is that there's words and there's narrative that we all like agree with and we can all sing along to. And definitely being here in this room, like I remember coming to my first hardcore shows and just like being able to sing whatever the song, like Declaration AD or whatever, Te Kuri Brotherhood, and like there were words in the songs that totally resonated with me in my like core of being a person, and like being in a whole room of people like sing along to that there's something like super powerful and super special about that.
Do you guys have any quips, or do you want to leave any parting words for the people out there before we go?
What's a quip?
Oh, well,
Be the best person you can be, save the bees.
Local bees.
Yeah, vote green, go vegan.
DIY till I die.
Thank you very much for coming and joining me here tonight, Cold War, and I will send it back over to you in the studio. And we are live and direct, still out here at the Hamtown Smakdown and ready for another show and another evening, and I am here with another band. And what band am I here with today?
We're called Maorissey.
And it's lovely to have Maorissey on the show tonight. And who are the members of Maorissey?
My name is Rez.
George. Harry.
Called Nikio.
And it's great to have you guys on here. So let's get started out with the simple questions. How did you guys get together, and where did you guys get together?
Well, we're from Gisborne. We've been around for about, I don't know, since January, the start of the year. I had an idea. I've always liked the Smiths and Maorissey, and when I was a young man, that music resonated with me. In Gisborne, I always wanted to see a Smiths or Maorissey tribute band, but in little towns, if you want to do it, you have to do it yourself. So I gathered this crew of friends, and here we are.
So my favourite question of the evening, is why do you guys do what you do? Why do you play music?
Why does anyone play music?
Exactly.
It's good fun.
So much fun.
We love doing it. So certainly not to make money, but
passion.
Yeah, so loving it.
And do you guys have any history with the Hamtown Smakdown? First time here, what's happening there?
None of us have a history with that, but George?
Yeah, I've played another band, another metalcore band. I played Smackdown before, many moons ago.
What was that band called?
Saving Grace.
Before we go, I want to ask you, do you have any parting words? Do you want to shout out anyone, or do you want to tell us anything interesting about your band?
I do have some parting words. Keep perspective.
Mā te huru huru ka rere te manu. Wings make it possible for the bird to fly.
Well, thank you very much to Maorissey for being here with us today at the Hamtown Smakdown, and I will send it back over to you in the studio. am I here with today?
Hagseed!
What name is Hagseed?
We've got Alana here, she's our lead singer, and Yella. This is Caitlin.
And I'm Nat, the Gat player.
I am Chelsea with the C.
So how did Hagseed get together?
I lived in a flat with Caitlin and had practice, and I was Hagseed's biggest groupie, like 100%. Sorry, I was Hagseed's biggest fan. I got the lyrics tattooed on me, and then they needed a bassist, and they were like, yo, we want to play bass. And I was like, oh yeah, go on then. And then so I did, and we played a drum, bass, vocal show, and it was lit, and then Nat is back on guitar, and here we are, and we all live together, we're all flatmates.
So the point here is, why does Hagseed make music?
Because I'm a very angry person and I need no creative outlet, and this is it.
Also, the world needs more angry feminist punk. I respect everybody's bodily autonomy, and if I have one more random man try and tell me what to do with my body, I will explode.
Yeah, thanks.
Right.
For giving me birth and letting me exist and stuff.
Yeah, thanks, Mum.
All mums. It's been
But mostly
lit.
my mum.
Do you want to close this out? Yeah, here you go.
Alright, cool. That was Hamtown Smakdown. There's another band on next called Xile. You guys talking to Xile?
We are back and live at the Hamtown Smakdown, and I am very pleased to be here with another group of people. So who am I here with today?
Bennett.
Dan.
Luke. Josh.
Chubbs.
Vasily.
So you guys have got a bit of history with the Hamtown Smakdown, is that right?
Yeah.
So what band was everyone who's been in a band in? Real bad word things like you get what I mean? Like, what band were you all in?
I was in Shincaster and Daredevil.
Dryden was the first band they played with. Breakfast Face, Appreciate Leeches, Die Alone, I think. A few.
Burial, Antagonist AD, Xile. 21 Guns, The Warpath, Antagonist.
Blackout.
What was it?
Blackout.
Saving Grace.
What does this festival mean to you? That's an open question. We don't want to have to go around rooms. So just what does this festival mean to you guys? What is the importance of it?
It's just good to have a central place for everyone from the scene to come together once a year, regardless of what's going on in the community, and just see all the new bands that are coming out together. And it's been going for a long time. It's pretty cool to see it still happening.
Yeah, what he said. I think it's an important all ages event. Young people, kids don't get to go to a lot of things like that. So.
Hamtown Smakdown was always kind of like the show of the year for like kids getting into music, into hardcore music. Like, if you're gonna go to one hardcore show of the year, it's gonna be Smackdown probably. So.
Good opportunities to see some new bands as well and a diverse selection of bands. It's usually everyone just plays in their genre of just hardcore bands or punk shows and stuff, so this festival generally mixes up. Everyone's steering straight into the mic.
Do you think the future of the festival is going to be for the better, for the worse? What do you reckon?
Definitely worse. Got a lot better tonight, didn't it? Yeah, that's it. Saw a mosh pit.
So far tonight has been better than like the last 3 years, so.
I think that's the next big thing.
I've seen a bunch of people travelling. I grew up West Auckland and travelled for Hamtown Smakdown every year, and now living in Hamilton and can tell that there's a bunch of faces from out of town, so I think that's a big sign of it.
It's also encouraging to see like a lot of young kids here tonight. Apparently there's 3 times the amount of underage kids that were here 3 years ago, which is a good sign.
Do you guys want to shout anyone out while you're on here?
Yeah, the best band tonight for sure.
You want to say the name again?
Maorissey. I'm a bit disappointed there's no Dave or Ryan Jordan in the band this year. Yeah. You know, like it's Smackdown, that's kind of, this is their holy grail band kind of moment.
You'd have to shout out all the people, like Luke,
There'd be
Flintoff,
too many, yeah.
Boulders, Sam, and the Jordans.
Sam Chums.
And
Sam Chums, who's run this years before.
And we'll shout out to Sarah, who's currently the person holding.
Do we want to have any closing words before we close this out, guys?
Start some bands.
Yeah, kids start bands, don't be afraid.
Buy an instrument. Bands need drummers. People aren't buying drummers. I feel like parents hate drummers. There's too many bassists. If you think about being a bassist, drop it. Don't need another fucking bassist, bro.
I don't feel like an old dude, but then looking out there, like kind of new faces, so I think old dudes need to keep coming as well.
Awesome. Let's close it out there, guys. Let's cut it out there, and we'll send it back over to you in the studio. Please remember to respect women.